Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of You Haven't Seen That Podcast, or YHST for short. I'm Isaac.
I'm Elva.
That's right.
And I'm back.
The bitch is back.
Can't get rid of me.
I wish I had a horn that was like... Did you guys miss that? And this is, of course, a show where we cover movies on the growing list of films that has people asking us the question,
You haven't seen that?
Did I already say that?
No.
No, right?
No.
Sorry, I'm a little rusty. Dude, we're recording this on a Monday. This is, like a little over a week after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Man, all right. Well, you're back.
I'm back.
How was your vacation?
My vacation was fun.
Did you miss being on the podcast?
A little bit.
Don't lie.
No, a little bit yes, and a little bit no. Like, I had a bit of like a mental refresh, so I'm like, oh, okay. This is how it is without doing a podcast. And then I kind of somewhat, when you were doing one of the episodes, I can't remember which one, I was just like, I'm not there. How dare they?
Yeah, there was a total of 3 episodes without you.
Yeah. The first one I was fine. I was like, okay, cool, nice break. I think it was like the second one. I don't remember, but I was just like, huh. How fucking dare they? How dare he and guest? Because it was one with guests. I just don't remember which one it was.
Yeah. Also, that's what it sounds like when someone else is also like possibly ADHD like matches up with me, and we just like vibe together.
Yeah. It's like, how fucking dare he? How is this possible right now?
Well, let's not get out of practice. So if you guys are new here, again, I'm Isaac, and this is my wife.
Hi, I'm Alva.
Yeah, and she's back on the couch. We're doing our episodes. And for those who haven't been doing so already, I'm already rusty. Jesus Christ. Follow us on social media at
YHST Pod.
on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. It's nice to have you say that. And support us on Venmo at
YHST Pod.
And we appreciate it. And we love you. And we absolutely mean it. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, tell the people thank you. And we appreciate you.
Thank you for having us on your Wrapped.
Yeah, no, that's another big one. No, I do want to take a moment to sincerely thank everybody. I wasn't expecting it. I legitimately, I remember like last year, I think we were on 1 or 2 people's Spotify Wrapped podcast thing. We made the cut, but like there was more people, and you know who you are, everyone out there. And
I'm not naming names because I don't remember which one's which.
Oh, there's a few people, but just for like obscurity to make it seem like it was even more people, I'm not going to exactly name the number and how many people, but for one person, you know who you are. Yeah, we were number 1 on their Spotify rep. I know, look at us. We were up there for someone else's. I think we were competing with like Joe Rogan and the Bad Friends podcast and like, some heavy hitters out there.
Okay.
It feels nice, but honestly, it is super awesome when not just with the Spotify Wrapped thing, but also people were actually reaching out and saying like, that they enjoy us. And I love it because oftentimes it's just us 2 idiots with microphones in our living room goofing off and into sort of the void. So if you get the chance as a Christmas gift, we would appreciate if you hit us up on those social medias and DM'd us or in the, commented on one of our posts or shared or something like that to show your support. You don't have to throw a couple dollars that way, but it'd be nice because then the cats can get some gifts. But, just to show your love and I really do sincerely appreciate it. It was nice. It warmed my heart.
As Ari's looking so sad right now.
He's on the guest chair. Okay, so now we're back, which means that we got a lot of catching up to do. In fact, we're a little behind the scenes. We're recording 2 episodes tonight, and we are gonna make these episodes triple movie episodes. So today we're covering Wicked, Rental Family, and Zootopia 2. But because they're triple packed episodes,
no
trivia or game at the end. I'm sorry. We will bring it back in about a month when we kind of are all caught up, because we finally are also doing a breakdown, like our takes, which is in a couple of weeks, which is spoiler alert, Kill Bill Volume 2 / Kill Bill The Whole Bloody Affair.
Yeah.
That we saw, which was I cannot wait to talk about that one. But yeah, so that's what to look forward to, as well as at the end of the month, at the end of December, our end of year wrap that we did last year in a sort of bracketed form.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of fun. We think we'll do it again. Nobody complained about it. So here we are.
Don't worry. We won't have to do any age or anything like that.
Is that what we did?
No, like the eight, like Spotify is doing like,
Oh.
you are this age.
In case anybody wants to know, my age for my music was 76 years old. Feels about right.
67.
Yeah, that feels about right.
66. Sorry.
Anybody whose musical age in Spotify is 50 and up, I fucks with you. Also, just an arbitrary number. I don't know how the algorithm came up with it, but it's been a long time since we've actually kept anybody informed on everything going on in news and Hollywood and entertainment with our little segment that we simply call YHST News. Alva, kick it off. Waha.
Good Boy star Indy the dog gets his first acting nomination for Best Performance in a Horror or Thriller in the Astra Film Awards.
That's awesome. David Fincher cinematographer Eric Messerschmidt will be stepping in for Greg Fraser while he works on the Beatles biopic.
Guillermo del Toro has confirmed that his Frankenstein adaptation will get a physical media release.
Absolutely. My God, especially with like some other news that I'm actually not going to cover today, but something about like Netflix buying out,
Yeah.
and all that jazz. Anyways, FX greenlights a live-action Far Cry series from Noah Hawley and Rob McElhenney. Okay.
Filming on Scary Movie 6 and Spaceballs has officially...
Wrapped.
Yes, that word that escaped my mind right now.
Welcome back.
Both are slated with the summer release.
You know, I was going to throw an applause for you, but I have a new one. That's right. No, what's the meme?
Oh, crap. We'll have to go back. I don't know. I can't find it.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Scarlett Johansson will be starring in Mike Flanagan's new Exorcist movie, and she's also been cast in Batman 2. Her roles have not been said yet.
And because we are doing a Wicked episode, Wicked sequels are being figured out after Wicked for Good's record-breaking opening.
Which we'll talk about that in a second. And then my last little bit of news is Ava Green joins Wednesday season 3 as Antophilia, Morticia's sister. Dun dun dun. Wrong one. I'll leave it in. And I arranged my buttons too. I just forgot to go back a page.
Aw.
Yeah. We didn't do too bad. I'm pretty sure I fixed a lot of stuff post-edit.
Not bad at all. That's okay.
Fuck.
I just a little stutter here. At least I didn't have any big names to say.
Yeah, you gave me the one. I was like, fuck, I should have practiced that one. Messerschmidt.
And the thing is, I wanted to say that, but I was like, I can't. I feel like I'm going to freeze up.
Do you want to talk about the Wicked news when we get to Wicked, or you want to talk about it now?
We could do it when we get to Wicked.
All right, you guys are going to have to hold your horses. Wicked's at the end. Let's talk about the easier stuff at the top. Zootopia 2, starring Jason Bateman, Idris Elba, Kihei Kwan, Andy Samberg, Fortune Feimster, and so many other people, because it's the movie to be cast in.
Jennifer Goodwin.
I know she's the bunny. She's Jean. I don't remember either. Yeah. You look it up. But Judy. But I don't recognize her for anything.
Judy Hopps. Judy Hoppin'.
So what I fucking didn't realize is that this movie is 15 years after the first one?
It is?
Or something like that. Look that one up. Which blew my freaking mind, dude. Like, yes, I'm the guy for numbers, and I'm like, what? This came out in what year? This feels like it came out like just 5 years ago. I know computer animated movies typically take a long time to make, but when they come out?
2016.
What's the math on it?
Like 14 years? No. Sorry. Math. Like 9 years?
Still.
Yeah.
It's still a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Again, it felt like it came out a couple of years, which I liked. We liked. I remember we saw it together. I liked Zootopia 1. It was really fun, and it was an amazing, beautiful movie. Zootopia 2 did really good in the box office. Not to say that that's the success of it, but obviously they're going to crank out more.
Hell yeah.
I mean, you know what? Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. A new thing we're going to try on our movie reviews is to give a bite-sized review of the movie that we're covering before going deeper into it. because I know there's some people that are like, well, I'm going to listen to your episode until I see the movie. So this is now, you don't have to ever pause it. All right. Quick thoughts on Zootopia 2 without any spoilers. It's a cartoon, whatever. It's a ton of fun and all the right things that can be done in a kid's movie, and to also have it where parents and stuff can enjoy it too.
New characters.
It's totally that. It was a ton of fun, but for me, as a 35-year-old male, it did feel more like a kid's movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You?
Oh, no. I felt like it was around my range. But then again, I do like animated movies.
Sit with my point. Maintain. Anyways, that's a quick little spoiler-free review. All right, now let's get a little deeper into it. What were your thoughts going into it? What were your expectations? For me, by the way, to jump in a little bit, I actually expected this movie to be bad. Just because usually like animated sequels aren't really good. I'm probably one of the few that didn't like Moana 2.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm okay with that one. This one, I didn't know how it was going to be, but I ended up liking it a lot. And I like the references that we would get, but kids wouldn't get, but it would be like they're in. Like, where does this come from? Yeah,
there's like a Silence of the Lamb reference. There's was a Shining reference.
Yeah, to the Silence of the Lamb. There was an extended scene to that, but they cut that down.
It's where the lamb's actually like tearing apart some of the other animals, and she's wearing their faces on her face.
It's very silent.
Apparently, would have taken the whole movie to PG-13. It's very silent. She just goes mute. I missed you. Yeah, no, those references were totally there. But okay, so here's the difference, though. For me, like a reference doesn't what?
Keep going.
A reference, having references in a kid's movie for me doesn't make it to where I'm like, oh my gosh, I enjoyed it so much because of the references. They were fun little Easter eggs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there have been other animated movies where I'm like, wow, I just enjoyed it for like the rich content that it was. It felt like it wasn't pandering to kids. Like this one felt a little more pandering to kids per the pace and the jokes per minute sort of thing. Where I'm like, okay, I totally get it. My attention span's not that short. And I can see why they needed to do this, which again, I mean, if that's the formula, dude, they succeed. I'm not hating on the movie. I'm only comparing it to like the first Zootopia where it felt a little more, I don't know, fleshed out.
I don't remember the first one, so I have to rewatch it. But I like this one a little bit more. That's just me. But I have to go on a side note. The reason why I was laughing a little bit earlier is I remembered in the theater, there's that little boy while we were watching the previews. I have to mention.
Oh, no, that's totally worth a mention. Okay. To set it up, we're watching the trailers. The trailer for Avatar Fire and Ash comes up, and then they're like, James Cameron. And the kid who sounds like he's like 7 years old says,
yeah, that's the guy who did Titanic. like out loud, like,
kid knows the stuff. That's awesome.
I'm like, okay, cool.
But go on.
Oh, my mind blanked right now. I'm so sorry.
Welcome back. So to elaborate a little more, and I don't want to spend too much time on Zootopia too, because we have Rental Family to cover, and obviously Wicked. So we'll make it quick and painful. The reason why I feel like it's more pandering to kids is like, for me, it felt like it didn't have heart. But I want to qualify me saying that with, we saw Zootopia 2 after watching Rental Family, after watching Wicked 2, which are like very heartfelt.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely for adults kind of thing. And landed in such a way where I'm like, I'm crying. Although I didn't cry in Wicked 2. But, where I'm feeling my feels. And so watching something like a Zootopia 2 where I go, okay, I see what they were going for with like the sweet emotional moments. I'm cried out from the bigger emotionally impacted movies.
Yeah, I didn't have that with this movie, which is fine. But I just enjoyed it for like it just being a fun movie to go watch, especially during the holidays, because it did come out Thanksgiving week. So it's like a nice little getaway from all the festivities and just...
Dude, I thought I was going to walk away from it going like, God, what a kid's movie. And we were like, that was a lot of fun.
Ki-Hate Kwan's character was really good.
You know, I may or may not have met Kihei Kwan.
Maybe you have mentioned that maybe once or twice.
No, yeah, no. I like to see he plays a sweet guy. I mean, he's never not playing a sweet guy. Although, kind of now at this point, want to see him play a bad guy.
Ooh, interesting.
A little against the grain.
Kihei Kwan, play the villain.
Speaking of like casting, right? I mentioned Kihei Kwan and Andy Samberg, Fortune Feimster. Like I like a lot of these people, and a lot of these people do have a following, and so they get some of that audience. I know I've said this in another animated thing, I forget which one, but like I kind of miss the day where, you know, you actually had like a voice actor voicing a character that can do anything else other than their voice.
I was unaware until right now when I'm looking at the cast that there is CM Punk as a Zebra Bro.
Okay, and then there was also Macaulay Culkin and
Brenda Song.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's I can't pronounce his name. He looks like a WWE guy. He also Joe something or other.
I think you said even Shakira was in there.
Well, Shakira's always been the gazelle.
I don't remember. I don't go hard on the Zootopia lore.
She was in the first one, but the voice that right away like stood out was Patrick
Warburton.
Yeah,
as the mayor. Yeah.
That's a phrase. I was like, of course.
I think he's the only guy that like, you know, zhuzhes it up as far as like being a voice actor.
And then Alan Tudyk.
He was in this?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What?
He's in everything.
No, I know, but what was he as?
Oh, hold on. Let me look it up. Alan Tudyk played Duke Weaselton.
Shut up.
Yeah. The chef, the French chef.
Oh, okay. No, because what was his character in
he played
Frozen? Weselton.
Yeah.
Right?
He played Duke Weselton. He played French chef. He played a reporter. He did like 4 roles. He
usually does.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just one of those things where I'm like, okay, again, it's another big actor, and that was that. It wasn't like, you know, overly excited for all that stuff.
Like I really didn't need Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, is the sheep. You know, it's funny going back to like Idris Elba. By the way, Idris Elba, like in this role, I go, okay, whatever. He needed a big brute sounding guy, but for whatever reason, him voicing like Knuckles is cooler than hearing him in like any other animated thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And then to close out on it, so it opened huge. It broke. I looked up a whole list of all the records it broke, and I'm actually not going to go down them. You can research them yourself. Don't even bother. But it's a shit ton of things. But needless to say, the opening weekend was 156 million domestically and 556 million globally.
Oh, nice.
So it fucking kicked ass all the way around. We spent enough time on Zootopia 2. Any last words about that before we move on?
Watch it if you have the chance. If not, wait till Disney Plus.
Yeah, and I imagine if you have kids and it was a holiday season, you probably already saw it. But if you're an adult who's like, I don't really,
if you're a Disney adult, you know what you gotta do.
Elaborate on that.
Disney adults watch movies, like the Disney movies that come out.
Yeah,
yeah, they already know what they gotta do. They watch the movies.
That's
I don't know what else you want me to do.
You remember what you got to do. You got to watch the movie.
You got to watch the movie. Anyways, go on to the next movie, Rental Family. Starting now.
What I was trying to say was like, you know, for a parent is like, oh, I'm not gonna fucking watch that bullshit. I think you'd enjoy it.
Yeah,
an adult would enjoy it. Yeah, it's not pulling teeth like Moana 2. I'm gonna die on that hill. That movie sucked.
No, Snow White sucked more.
No, as an anime, you're not totally not following. As anime, I missed you. Animated films.
Glad to be back.
Yeah. Okay, let's slow it down for Rental Family. Written and directed by Hikari, starring Brendan Fraser, Shannon Gorman, Mari Yamamoto, Takehiro Hira, and Akira Imoto. I think I got those right. Let's do a quick little spoiler-free review.
Heartwarming.
Mm-hmm.
I was not expecting the emotion that this movie gave out. I think it's a really good watch.
My little quick spoiler-free nutshelling of it is it covers so many themes on different levels in such an emotional, impactful way that I walked away with like an existential outlook. And it is beautifully acted and beautifully done. There's certain people in there that are standouts, and it isn't just Brendan Fraser. It is an all around great film that is not afraid to tackle some big themes.
Bring tissues.
There you go. Now let's get into it. Like you said earlier, wasn't expecting for it to hit this hard. Now,
No.
from the trailer though, because I'm like, I know Brendan Fraser's been like starring in things lately that are really deep, you know, because I'm loving this resurgence of Brendan Fraser. Can't wait to see him in The Mummy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and after watching like The Whale, I was afraid that he was going to be perpetuated as like a loser character all the time, you know, down on his luck kind of thing. And so this movie sort of started off that way. And I was a little afraid that they were going to lean hard into it. You know, he's making all the mistakes and everything. Turns out, no, he's not. He's a little lonely and he's a struggling actor in Japan. He's been living there for 7 years. And I'm so glad they didn't lean into anything where it's like, and then he's an alcoholic or something like that. And nope, he just happens to stumble upon this company that's called Rental Family. And they allow people to rent people to play an emotional role in their life, you know, albeit for like an hour or something like that.
Yeah.
So if somebody needs a buddy to play video games with them, if somebody needs
someone to sit in a funeral or wedding or something.
yeah. And so a bunch of different ways, which the movie does, and we won't go too deeper on it for fear of spoilers, but the movie, there's different people play different roles in other people's lives in certain ways that are kind of questionable, not in any kind of sexual way, which they cover, but in like morally questioning ways.
Yeah.
You know, but what they do though is at its core to help people move along because, and it's established in the movie that like, I didn't know this, Japan has a stigma about therapy.
Oh, yeah.
And so for them to deal with it, if they're not drinking their problems away, they're renting a person. Yeah.
The other thing that I liked about this whole movie was when we went to go see it, I thought, oh, we're going to go. Because when I got the tickets, there was all the seating available. And I'm like, oh, no, please don't let it be a flop. Please don't let it be a movie where we're sitting in a theater by ourselves or maybe like 2-3 other people and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I think when we got there, it was a full theater and everyone in that theater related to something in that movie because I don't think there was a dry eye.
Not a dry eye. You afterwards, you had told me, you go, the person to the left of me was crying. And then I was like, oh, the person to the right of me was crying.
Which made me feel more like okay with wiping my own tears instead of like, you know, you kind of do like the...
Although, sorry, technically, the people on both sides of you and people on both sides of me because everybody was fucking crying.
Yeah.
The whole row.
Yeah, no, usually when you cry in a movie, you kind of like try to wipe your face in a way where like people don't think that you're wiping a tear away.
Why do we do that?
I don't know. But with this one, I just felt like comfortable to just like full on just like get my sleeve and just like wipe. Because I wasn't expecting not to have tissues with me. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, I don't think it's going to be an emotional thing. I don't think I should have tissues with me.
Dude,
I learned now to have tissues with me.
I thought I was going to have like, you know, a moment of like unshed tears maybe. And for the fact that I was just allowing like steady streams of tears to run down my face for the last 30 minutes. There's one pinnacle scene that is so heartwarming. I think it's a character played by Takehiro Hira, I believe. He's an older gentleman, old actor, and who's dealing with dementia. And how that's treated in his sort of acceptance in life and his lessons that he's bestowing upon Brendan Fraser's character, Philip, it tugs at the heartstrings because there's family members that I know, obviously my grandfather turned 100 in early October, who like you can tell they feel complete, you know, although they missed certain loved ones and like Jesus, I'm going to cry just talking about it, but that's what majorly tugged at the heartstring. And some of the things that they pass along is just such fruits of wisdom that people need to hold near and dear, especially in today's age. But again, like a lot of things are dealt with in this movie in deep ways, in symbolic ways, in artistic ways, in ways that really resonate and stand out. And like you said, like you could tell people are going through certain things. I mean, they're dealing with death, they're dealing with culture, being stuck in your way, evolving, being an outsider, being an outcast, and I mean a million different things.
Trying to parent as a single parent, The actor I believe you were referring to is Akira Imoto.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Who was Takahiro Hira?
He was the guy who ran the rental.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Akira Imoto. Great. Oh my gosh. By the way, that was a standout performance. That
Oh
guy.
my God, yes.
Yeah. So, I would probably encapsulate this movie by saying that it is beautiful yet gut wrenching.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me miss movies that utilize symbolism, right? For instance, there's a couple of different sequences where Brendan Fraser's character is in his apartment, and he's sitting in the dark and he's watching like another apartment from across the street, but their lights are on and it's warm, and you can tell it's a little snippets of people's life, and he's appreciating it. He's feeling a little lonely, but he's appreciating it. And then later on in the film, when he's kind of opening up more to the culture and connecting with other people, he then like sits outside, and then there's the use of color to show that he's sort of revived his spark, so to speak. There's just those little things where I'm like, wow, it's so subtle, but yet when it happens, it's huge. It hits.
Oh yeah,
It works.
a lot.
I think one of amongst a bunch of other things, one of the big things that they I say dare tackle is challenging the rigidity of like mindlessly following a culture, because there's a part in the beginning of the film where one of the Japanese characters says, well, you won't understand it because you're gaijin, you're white, and this is just how we do it. But they're not questioning why they do it. And through Brendan Fraser, he's trying to understand it, and by him essentially forcing them to help him understand it, do they then realize that, oh, maybe what we're doing isn't exactly morally or ethically correct anymore? Maybe it's aged out. Maybe we can kind of evolve and possibly actually, well, I don't know, welcome an outside view to help us change these things. Because I don't know much about Japanese culture, so I'm not going to, begin to pontificate about it. But from what I've seen, from what I, peripherally understand, is it's an oppressive culture where it's both technologically advanced, but yet they sustain their culture so deeply, whether it be how public etiquette is or ceremonial things and religion and whatnot. It's this mix of both of these things. Like, how do you, as a culture, as a society, like maintain that throughout all these years?
Yeah.
It is majorly impressive. But yeah, I mean, I again, I don't want to go further on it for fear of spoiling things, because
I'm stopping myself from like going to certain things, and I'm like, no, that's more of a spoiler.
That's fair. I mean, do you want to expand on anything else? I know I was sort of, welcome back, I was mumbling a lot. Rambling.
Also, there is a moment in the movie where it flipped the script on him, where he's like, I'm being a rental person to these people, but in a way, when he got someone, that person was actually questioning him, like, why don't you have this? Why don't you have that? So then in a way that kind of like, he became vulnerable instead of just being a person that was being paid for services.
That's true. Yeah, it's I talk about what I do for a living, right? Pest control, and on the surface, I'm killing bugs, but especially around the time we saw this movie, like a lot of things happened. Somebody I'm peripherally aware of had a heart attack, survived. A client's husband of mine passed away, old age, well, cancer, but he was older, and just like some other things surrounding like death and illness. But my point being is, you don't have to just mindlessly, soullessly do your job. There's these opportunities when you're interacting with another human being where you have that chance to connect with them, and pardon my crassness, give a shit about the world, that like maybe just little by little, we can kind of all come together if we cared a little about one another, and be all part of this big ecosystem of a society. Too deep?
No, perfect.
Too existential?
Go ahead.
Okay.
It's your thought.
But it's moments like that. And I have a few people that listen to this, and if you're listening, you know exactly what I mean. If you are a client of mine, reach out, because, those moments where I chat with you, and there's a few of you, and I love it, because I sometimes, like, I'm just running around doing maintenance and playing music, my earphones. but those moments where I get to connect with people like means a lot. And I never walk away from those encounters, sadder or depressed. Sometimes I'll be depressed and then chat and then be so much better after that. Like feel so much better. That's all I needed was to actually like have a human interaction.
I like having those with what's it called, the neighbor down the hall,
Mm-hmm.
the one that's the elderly man.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though he'll keep going on and on and on. Okay, so like with my job, it's mostly office based. I don't talk to many people other than on the phone, and it's not very sociable. It's like, okay, this is what it is. All right, cool. All right, bye. So when I talk to him, I'm just like, this is nice because I get some human interaction that doesn't have to be, and he's just very kind about it. And even if it's just passing or whatever it is, it's like a little small reminder of like, oh, I love talking to old people because they have like this whole knowledge of things. And sometimes I just want to go sit at a park. There's a lot of old people and be like, I wonder which one's going to come talk to me, or who am I going to go talk to?
I love those moments. We've been trying to be better about going to our local park, and it's nice. It feels nice to be like one with people, Sometimes I need to get out more, touch grass.
Touch that grass.
So yeah, this movie, man, it opens your eyes to a lot about the human condition without it being like so majorly depressing.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a dark movie.
No. I like the balance of like humor, happiness, and like it had like a little bit of everything in there.
Yeah.
But it was the correct balance. It wasn't sticking to one emotion or anything of that a little bit too long. But I think everyone should go see this movie if they have a chance.
Absolutely.
Even if it's streaming.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I want people to go to theaters, but this one I don't mind if you watch it streaming. But again, we're catching up with a lot of movies. In fact, on next week's episode, it's movies that two or three movies that we saw a month ago. So, but I'm like, I still want to talk about it.
Yeah, but it's the holidays, so
yeah,
it happens.
Everyone's going to be streaming. And I get it. People aren't busy, you got things to do, and you only can stream it. And I'm not going to judge you for it. But we'll be better about getting to movies that are in the theaters. For like when we saw Wicked for Good, starring Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, Jonathan Bailey, Michelle Yeoh, and Jeff Goldblum. This is I was going to say sequel. And
part 2.
It's a part 2.
Part 2. So think of it after an intermission. So we had a year-long intermission.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
And it's so funny because then I think the movie we saw after that was Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair, which is like the same thing. Volume 1 and Volume 2, they're not sequels, and my brother will agree with this. In fact, on the episode or two ago, he said as much. And that one was like the whole 8-month, an 8-month intermission. But this one's an entire year. And then hearing people go like, well, the second one wasn't as good as the first one. I'm like, shut up, watch them back to back because it is not a sequel. It is a second part.
Part 2.
Mm-hmm. So to nutshell it in a spoiler-free way, although I imagine everybody went to go see this thing.
If you are new to Wicked, it is basically a continuation of that same story.
Mm-hmm.
So good music, still good music, good songs.
Mm-hmm.
Acting held up. Loved how certain characters developed. It's a must watch.
Oh, yeah. Again, at this point, fucking everyone that was going to go see it saw it. Now, if you guys remember, my nutshell, by the way, is I was still emotionally invested. Disclaimer, watch part 1. Watch it twice and then immediately watch this one right after that because the momentum continues on from it. To echo what Alva said, I was leaning so much more into the music this time around. Unfortunately, didn't cry, but still had a ton of fun. I think it's always amazing to see and hear Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande sing. I think they're miraculous. Jonathan Bailey, wow, my gosh. I mean, everyone just
Sexiest man.
Yeah, he's the sexiest man alive or this year.
This year.
Jeff Goldblum is always a blast. It's a faster paced second part because everything was already set up for the first one. And I had a ton of fun of where this went. And obviously no spoilers, where certain characters' development blew the non-existent hair off my fucking head. Holy shit. Why'd you look at my head when I said that? I know it's not there.
Because I'm making sure.
Yeah. All right, let's dig into it. A year ago when we reviewed it, in case you don't remember,
I think I did a deep dive.
I wasn't aware of the storyline of Wicked. So I was going into it very fresh. No, you said you did a deep dive. I didn't. I went into completely fresh. So when I saw it for the first time, the music was completely new to me. And you already knew what songs are coming on. You already loved some of the songs. And I'm like, well, it's the first time me hearing it. So inevitably that later that week we saw it a second time. And I became more emotional. By the way, the first time around, I was more focused on the non-singing parts, how to get over it. Second time around, I got to have fun with the musical portions of it. So now at that point, I'm already emotionally invested in this thing, you know? And at the end of it, I'm like, and if you remember, I asked you, I go, when's part 2 coming out? You're like, next year. I go, what?
Yeah.
So I've had Aussie and Blue Balls for a whole fucking year. So
What'd you call them? Aussie and green balls?
So, I mean, I don't speak like the youth, but I was sat for this. I was fucking sat, dude.
You clocked in.
Dude, I was like, everyone needs to shut the fuck up. I was completely locked into this thing, completely emotionally invested. There's the obvious part, everyone knows by now, where they have a fucking slap fight. Why did my ass go, oh shit. Oh, man.
I think I gasped, but it was more like a very low, like, and like, I was like, oh my God. But you had more of the audible.
Holy shit, man. So again, no, we're going to go into the spoilers and stuff because everyone fucking watched this movie. I mean, it broke records as the highest grossing Broadway adaptation with 758 million globally and 147 million opening.
Correct.
So everyone fucking saw it. When we saw the first one, the character of Bach and Fierro, man, Bach, I go, who the fuck are these guys? And you were really good about not saying anything. And then a certain somebody, I won't name you, but they sent me a TikTok video on like the Wicked story because originally it was the books and then it was the play. So everyone else knew the fucking thing. I only knew the goddamn Wizard of Oz in different iterations, so I didn't know this Alpha Buzz story or whatever. Anyways, point being is the transformation of Fierro into the Scarecrow and Bach as a Tin Man. I didn't see it coming. My dumbass didn't see the clues that they were dropping on the first one. And I really fucking wish that person didn't send that fucking TikTok video to me so that I could have been completely and utterly surprised when that goddamn nightmare fuel of the Tin Man bestowed itself on screen. Can we talk about that shit for a minute?
Bach deserves to be Bach.
Me and Bach.
It's more 30, but
that is what she said. Go on.
I felt how Bach was as a Tin Man, like that nightmare fuel of like Tin Man. I felt that was pretty accurate of how he was being as a character in that movie.
Totally.
So I'm like, yeah, you deserve that as long with Nessa because y'all belong together. Don't know why you want to go one way, she wants to go the other way.
Did they not sing it? They deserve each other, me and Bach. No, you're right. The embodiment of him, he was loving Glinda with all of his heart and everything, but stringing Nessa along, and it was really fucked up. And like the embodiment of him being a cold-hearted Tin Man was much. The makeup looked great, by the way, but man, that whole like, we're gonna kill her. I was like, holy shit, what happened?
I was like, he's looking at Glinda from like when she's in battle. I was like, okay, calm down. First of all, you don't got real legs. Let's calm down.
Man, so in case nobody knew, who the hell doesn't know this, but like both of these films were shot in one go, and the director John M. Chu had the big challenge of, basically like, what do they call it? Like the murder board, piecing and stringing things and puzzle piecing things together. And so that's just impressive within itself. I mean, and it was executed super well. Like I said, the momentum is much quicker than the first one. And I've heard people complaining about it. And I do wish that we watched the first one. I wish I watched the first one right before watching this one because I did forget some.
I did want to do the double feature thing, but I think also I do have to agree with how our schedule was. It would have been impossible.
It was tough
because the first one was what, like 2 hour
at least,
yeah. And this one was roughly around 2 hours. So, like, even though there's that break between both of them, I think it would have been a lot. And I think I would have been even more emotionally, like, tired. So, how we did it was fine. I just wish I would have watched it at home.
But I want to continue commenting on, the few people that were like, it was, it was a weird sequel or it didn't hold. I'm like, no, it's not a sequel. It's a part 2. So everything was already established emotionally, lore wise, backstory in the first one, and so if you were to carry it on from that first one, like this thing fucking hit. So it's faster paced because it doesn't need to slow down and explain what the fuck the Grimmery is or why the monkey have wings. Like it's already done. Let's move on forward. Not only with Alphaba's story, but this a little more on Glinda's story.
Yeah.
A little bit of her background.
And I liked how they, in a way, humanized her instead of just having to be like, oh, I'm just going to blindly follow Madame Morble and Oz. But instead, like, they showed how much she struggled to be accepted just by herself.
Definitely pretty.
Yeah.
That Girl in the Bubble song, that scene is so well done. I want to give credit. Actually, I want to give credit, but I don't know who this. I didn't look up who the cinematographer was. But the Girl in the Bubble sequence is basically 8 oneers. Oneers are a continuous shot, unedited. So 8 oneers combine into one by passing through mirrors. And that's just a technological challenge that a lot of people take for granted. But I watch a lot of Corridor Digital on YouTube, and they did mirror how certain movies and shows done mirror scenes and how fucking difficult it is. And the one that they cited as being like a perfect mirror sequence is the very beginning of the 1997 movie Contact, where Jodie Foster's younger character kind of runs into the mirror and then it pulls out from another angle of the mirror, whatever. You have to see it. Anyways, the cinematographer of Wicked,
Alice Brooks,
like, thank you, cited that as being like the most perfect mirror sequence and used that as her foundation to shoot these things. Because I'm like, it's all math. I mean, if you're a cinematographer, especially, you're doing maths, and it's just so fucking. It was so well done. It was so well performed. It was beautiful. What a fucking beautiful song too, and just it's Glinda's song.
I wasn't expecting to get choked up in certain parts because what the fuck, man?
You weren't expect. Wait, what parts?
Like, I wasn't expecting to get like a little like choked up at the part where like the animals are leaving, and it's Elphaba and oh my god, what's her nanny? The bear.
Something Dulce Bear.
Yeah, and I'm just like how she's trying to explain. I was just like, why am I getting choked up at this part?
You know what I didn't expect was that Elphaba wasn't going to have a redemption story. Because, in fact, when she did inevitably lean into her wickedness, it took me by surprise. And it was hot.
I liked it.
Yeah. She earned the sex cardigan.
I think also it's a great representation of people who always want to do good or have like a good heart or spirit. And because the world is what it is and filled with evil people, those other people make the good people villains. So instead of that person saying like, no, I'm going to continue to be good and show my goodness, instead like, well, you want me to be the villain, I can be a villain. Let me be the villain that you want me to be, the villain that you're making me, that you're portraying that I am, but I'm not.
I just realized she did the Batman thing.
Yeah.
the hero that Gotham deserves, the one that it needs or whatever.
No, because...
No, you're right, though, because I realized the ultimate sacrifice that she could have done, she would have been spinning her wheels trying to, gain people's trust back and everything like that. And so, she has to let Glinda, or rather, she can never let Glinda know that she's actually alive. And the ultimate sacrifice is people still thinking she's the Wicked Witch.
Yeah. I mean, and like a perfect example would be like with friendships. I think we've all probably have a friendship out there that has ended in a way because that person or you have portrayed someone as a villain or someone has portrayed you as a villain. And therefore you're just like, that's fine. I can be that villain in your story. That's okay with me. Personally, I have been that villain, but that's fine because that is their story, not mine.
And going back on Glinda, I think it's also huge for her character to then realize that she was making all the wrong choices.
Yeah.
And was, aiding the actual big villains in this movie. And maybe she wasn't, having such a heavy hand. But of course, when there was the whole love triangle thing, the slut fight ensues, and her motive gets a little bit like, oh, yeah,
Let's drop a house on someone.
yeah, you pulled the trigger on some of that shit. And she's like, well, that was an accident, right? I'm like, Glinda, what the fuck did you just start, dude?
But I mean, Nessa deserved it, so
But so towards the last act, with her redeeming herself and actually attempting to live up to the Good Witch title, earns her the ability of magic. But I like her. I like her character arc. I don't know why I died down with energy on that one.
Yeah,
but no.
but I also like that even throughout this whole thing, and every time that Elphaba met with Glinda and everything, she always believed that she can get there.
Right. Yeah.
But she also knew that she couldn't push. Like she saw how she needed to see the world.
Yeah.
And she knew in a way that like she had to get there on her own.
That's true. No, yeah. And neither could pull the other one to their own crusades.
Because those like moments where they're both there and then finally, the wizard's like, okay, I'll do what you say. And then, they went back to how they were friends in the beginning. But then when something happened, like they both resented each other for a bit, but we're always still there.
Also, fuck the people of Oz.
They're very like single-minded.
Persuasive. Yeah.
I do want to bring up some stuff because there is here and there you kind of do see Dorothy and the Yellow Brick Road and everything. And I do remember that I just wasn't so sure while watching the movie, but I researched it after that. MGM has a very much of a copyright on Wizard of Oz.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So the shoes that Dorothy has, they cannot be red because that's MGM's Technicolor copyright.
I like how they got around it.
Yeah. Well, in the books, like they're not red.
No, I know. But I like what they did in this movie.
And then also, what is it? The
Dorothy's dress, right?
Yeah, the gingham, the style, how it is. Like,
sorry, I just heard Gangnam Style.
Like that is it's own like Dorothy thing. Like even how Dorothy it has to be portrayed, it has to be, like that's like basically all of Wizard of Oz is like copywritten.
Well, what about the Tin Man? Because that seemed like 1-to-1. Now Fiyero as the Scarecrow, that I could see like the changes on that one, but Tin Man seemed closer to the original.
Well, like with that one, I couldn't really figure out that one, but also how the Emerald City design, it has to be different.
For sure. But just going back to Tin Man, is the change, he can't be pleasant, let's make him a murdering bastard?
Could be. I mean, the line was totally opposite of what it was.
Oh, also, man.
Yeah. And also, what is it?
Also, fuck the lion, by the way.
Yeah.
I never thought I was going to hate the lion or the Tin Man.
Yeah. Also, what is it? The Yellow Brick Road? It cannot be how it was. So it has to be different.
That's right, huh?
So it has to have, it could still be yellow, but it cannot be the same path. It cannot be the same.
That's a trip. Dude, in the beginning of the film where they're showing like the animals who can't speak anymore, which I totally forgot about. Like that's actually the whole why everyone's doing stuff is animals as a scapegoat, no pun intended. But the building of the Yellow Brick Road with the animals, essentially building it, I'm like, oh, that sucks. And then when Elphaba flies off and then it like pans out and you see all beautiful World of Oz. Again, the visuals in this are amazing. And you see like all of the Yellow Brick, all the roads. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
How long does this take to build all those roads?
Also, you're going to build the roads, but forget having like the train that goes anywhere else?
Or how was it Glinda told her, you have to follow the road, but not take the train?
Yeah, what happened to that?
I loved it because it showed a little bit of how at that moment she was very resentful.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. Also, I did not need to have Glinda in a closet with a her seeing the shadows of Dorothy and Alphaba fighting, and then like the song is going, and I'm just like, why am I crying right now?
Oh, let's talk about the last musical sequencer. That was a part I'm so bummed I didn't cry at this. I was emotionally invested, but like I turn over to you, you're in tears. We talked to her sister-in-law Kim. She was crying about it. Susie, our family friend Susie, recorded herself after seeing it. She's crying. I'm like, damn it! I really wanted to feel something.
I think you need to watch it a second time.
I'm too straight. No, I mean, I thought that was gonna be it. Like I'm fucking in. You saw how I sat down for this fucking movie. I was in.
Dude, you were like ready. You're just like, I'm good, and I'm just like,
this movie left no crumbs.
But you didn't cry, so it left some crumbs.
I know what to tell you.
Hit when it needed to hit, and I wasn't expecting it because it was like, for me, it was one of those, okay, like, you know, when your throat feels very tight and you're just like,
I was looking at my algorithm has now been like, you know, a lot of Wicked stuff, which I'm actually enjoying. Like watching the behind the scenes of this is amazing. But one of the things that I thought was technically awesome was that Ariana and Cynthia, they have earpieces, right? So that they can hear like a piano note, so they could be on key, right? But what they allowed them to do was, in essence, freestyle. No, not like throwing out rap beats, but they were allowed to, you know, stretch out, you know, maybe a vocal phrasing or something like that, to just however they felt needed to be built. And having the freedom to do that, especially like as a singer, because as a singer, you know, she's played with the band, she sang with the band. And so when you're a singer, you are leading the band. So to still have that freedom to do that, like allows that performer to be comfortable and allows them to emote or maybe get something bigger out of it that maybe wasn't always on the page.
And you can't do that with Broadway. It has to be approved. Like if you're going to be belting at a different note or a little bit longer or something, it has to be approved before you even do it. So that's why. And I also feel like when you go see it on Broadway, they keep that consistency so everyone can get the same kind of thing. Of course, I'm pretty sure if it's like that Alphaba is retiring from that, you know, that person who's playing Alphaba is retiring, maybe like that they can give a little more freedom at the last show that they're having. But I also did like how Ariana kind of gave a little bit of her pop.
I heard that. Yeah,
I was
totally
like,
heard that.
Girl, we're coming back. Okay.
But man, Cynthia Erivo's voice is amazing. I forgot that she had played Aretha Franklin, like, because there's no other person that could have played that. I want to look into more of her stuff in musicals and things like that. But yeah, essentially, like if they were to be like rigid, like in a musical with Cynthia Erivo, it would have been terrible, just because of how beautiful and powerful, that's the word I was looking for, how powerful her voice is. I mean, you know, there's always those compilation videos of like, here's all these different Alphabas through the Broadways and all their different takes on doing their war cry and stuff. And I'm not biased because Cynthia Erivo is the only Alphaba I've seen. But god damn, like you can't deny that she's fucking amazing.
I think the only thing that I have a problem with the whole movie was...
It's not the interviews, is it?
No.
Her crawling on her like a xenomorph in the interviews?
It's how... And this is not shaming anyone or anything like that, but how skinny...
Allow me to say it so that way I can, because I'm a man and I can.
No, I gotta say it.
I can take the heat. The one thing that stood out for me that I was like, I can't keep my eyes off of it, it's distracting me, is how thin they were, specifically Ariana Grande.
Yes. And also how the little two, I don't know if you noticed in the movie, how there's two little brooches on her clavicle. Not brooches, but like little gems. When I saw that, I kind of felt like, oh no, now it's like, especially with like eating disorders, anything that's main media, or especially with this movie that's very big, it's also like making younger audiences be like, oh, I want that, but I want the thing. Right. And I think that's the only issue that I do have.
Yep.
That it can send out the wrong message.
And I'm not going to list all the people, but I've been seeing more and more pop up of like, oh, this person's weight loss, and look how great, whether it be because of was it GLP-1s or
Ozempic or
and
whatever,
stuff like that, right? And I'm like, and it's scary. Like I don't know if they're not healthy or not, but I'm not a doctor. I don't know if people should be looking like that.
Well, I mean, it's that, and also like it's just eating disorders are in trends. Like heroin chic is coming back, and we don't need that.
It is.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Yeah. We don't need that because growing up when that was actually happening, it's like I was already thin as it is. Maybe like a little more meat on my bones and stuff like that, but like I was still like within the thin side. But if I wasn't like showing to because you have pop stars and all these things that are coming out like idols and stuff like that, then you're kind of like, I want to be that thin.
So the word you're looking for is body positivity, right? But the body positivity can be very unhealthy when it's the pendulum swinging to the overly heavy end, and the pendulum seems to be now swinging on the underweighted end. So yeah, it gets really scary. But from a movie going aspect, afterwards I go, I don't want to like be the guy talking about someone's body, but I was really distracted by the thinness.
It kind of made me like worried.
It took me out of for sure, absolutely made me worried. But it as far as the movie's concerned, I'll keep it within the realm of the movie. It took me out of some scenes where I'm like, oh, we're showing more of her clavicle, and it's scary.
I can actually see her like chest plate.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I don't like that.
Ugh. So we'll end it on that note. I mean, do you want to end it on a more positive note? Because I did want to talk about that, but yeah,
No, I feel like it's fine.
All right.
No, I mean, like, I felt like the whole movie was itself, and I feel like if you're asking for a genuine opinion, that's like one of the opinions.
No, I know, yeah.
Other than that, I think everyone did a really good job. Even Marissa Bode, who played Nessa, I'm like, okay, you played really good Nessa because you made me hate that character.
Actually, what I'll end on something a little more analytical is Jonathan Bailey. He's a strong singer, right? But the scene where he's paired up with Cynthia Erivo, sex cardigan and whatnot, whatever. By the way, that whole scene, I was holding my breath and clutching my crotch. I mean, like, dude, I'm like, stop it.
Stop.
This is steamy. I would hate to be paired up with Cynthia Erivo. Ariana Grande is a singer and musical heaven, the both of them. But dare I say, like, Jonathan Bailey's not as strong as those two. And so him paired up with Cynthia Erivo, I was like, oh man, I can hear the contrast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But that's scary. That's so daunting.
I heard a bit, but I was just like, I'm too focused on what the cardigan's doing. So cardigans are coming back? Got it.
All right, now we can end it on that instead of something fucking darker. All right, and so let's go ahead and end it with our bit that we simply call YHST Fresh, where every other episode, usually me and Alva alternating going back and forth on guessing the Rotten Tomato critic and audience score, as well as giving our own personal rating on the aforementioned movies. In this case, it's Zootopia 2, Rental Family, and Wicked for Good. From 0 to 100, 59 and below being rotten and 60 and above being fresh, it's going to be Alva's turn. I'm guessing the ratings. I got it all in one go.
Okay. Zootopia 2.
Yeah.
Okay. I give that personal rating an 84. I think critics gave it a 75, and I think audience might have given it a 78.
Wow. No, you're actually really low. So the critics give it a 92%.
Oh.
Yeah, and the audience gave it a 96%.
Nice. Okay.
You got to remember, it broke records, so the audiences loved it.
When I put my scores there, and then I forgot about it, the breaking records and stuff, so that was just like, okay. You also have to remember, like, we watched this like a week or so ago, so I'm just like, wait, what is my score from now? From now.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right, Rental Family.
I gave that an 87. I think critics gave it an 85, and maybe audience gave it an 89.
Wow, you're getting really good at these. Critics gave it an 86%, and the audience loved it at a 96%.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And
cool.
lastly, Wicked for Good.
Okay, that's the one where I feel like I might have given it less than what I would usually give. I give it an 80.
Okay.
I feel like critics gave it a 79, and then audience gave it like a 90.
You're in the right range.
Okay.
Critics actually gave it a 67%.
Oh.
That one really surprised me, and I dare look to see what their critiques were.
I don't want to know why.
I don't want to know why, but also 67% is pretty low. I think me personally, I would have given it like a 75.
70.
Around there.
70, yeah.
And then audiences, and obviously a 94%.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no way they're not going to fucking love it because it's wicked for good. And there you have it. There it is. That's all our movies. Do you have any last words to say about all of these things or about being back on the couch?
I'm happy to be back. This was never make me take another vacation.
I didn't make you take another vacation.
I was booted out. No warning.
That kind of sort of.
I did not request.
Your schedule didn't allow for it, and you decided to go see Twilight, and so I recorded 2 episodes with my brother.
Well, you wanted to do those 2 episodes with your brother.
Yeah, but the way our schedules worked, I don't know.
Yeah.
You're right.
I was there for Badlands, and I was available for that one.
That one would have been tough, just because like 5 people.
Anyways.
5's a crowd.
Yeah.
No, I honestly, with the Badlands one, I thought I wasn't going to be able to keep up with the guys, but then, me being like Mr. High Energy, I go, I got this. But no, man, a ton of good movies that we saw and a ton of more good movies that we cannot wait to tell you guys about in upcoming episodes, as well as Kill Bill. Oh God, I can't wait to talk about that one. So stay tuned. And again, I appreciate everybody. It makes doing this worthwhile, and it's been a ton of fun. I cannot wait to continue to do this. I forgot to mention a couple months back that it's been 2 years that we've been doing this now.
Nice.
We're on our 3rd season. And we going in strong. So we have like a ton more episodes scheduled, and more breakdowns that we're willing to go and do, and more guests to have on. So it's going to be a ton of fun. I can't wait for Terrifier 4 to come out. We're going to have a whole event for that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to have a blast. All right, guys. Until then, let us know what movies are on your growing list of films that has people asking you the question.
You haven't seen that?
I'll catch you next week, folks. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Fiero!